Hello y'all, this is Kaiserreich. It is a Hearts of Iron 4 mod that takes place in a timeline where Germany, or the German Empire, won World War I. We're on the country select screen now, and there are a lot of notable different nations here, and I'm just going to go through each of them, and they are the United States of America, the Dominion of Canada, the Commune of France, the Union of Britain, the German Empire, the Austrian Empire, the Russian Republic, the Empire of Japan, Argentina, Brazil, the French Republic, the Union of South Africa, the Socialist Republic of Italy, the Netherlands, Shanxi, the Fangtian government, the United Baltic Duchy, Poland, Serbia, Romania, Bhutan, Transamere, the Patagonian Workers' Front, Paraguay, Portugal, the Australasian Confederation, the Italian Republic, Flanders-Wallonia, the Qing government, the League of Eight Provinces, the Kingdom of Lithuania, White Ruthenia, Bulgaria, the Ottoman Empire, the Kingdom of Siam, and German East Asia. Kaiserreich is one of the most popular alternate history mods for Hoi 4, and I believe it started sometime in 2005, and it was originally for another game in the Hearts of Iron series, and that was Hearts of Iron 2. After that, it was moved to Darkest Hour, it skipped over Hearts of Iron 3, and I believe there was even a Victoria 2 version, and it eventually it made its way to Hoi 4 at least, sometime I think in late 2016 or early 2017, if I had to say. I don't know, I believe that's the right timing approximately. And let's see what ideologies are in this modification. We have 10, it looks like, something like that, and they are totalist, syndicalist. Communism doesn't really take off in this timeline, so syndicalism and totalism and radical socialism kind of replaces it, and they are technically three different distinct ideologies. So we have totalism, syndicalism, radical socialism, social democrat, social liberal, market liberal, social conservative, authoritarian democrat, paternal autocrat, and national populist. And as for advisors and laws and all the things like that, everything here generally seems in this bottom area of the political tab just like vanilla Hoi 4, except for the fact the advisors are a little different. We have a second in command, and that can only be changed through events, because the second in command cannot be dismissed once hired. So I believe those are changed through events. Then we just have standard political advisors, and those can be swapped out with enough political power, and you may unlock some with national focuses. Let's check out decisions now. And for the German Empire in particular, we have this German hegemony over Poland system and political actions and propaganda efforts. And I would think most of the propaganda efforts and political actions applies to every country in the world, and it reminds me a lot of vanilla Hoi 4. And let's cover the tech tree now, the research tree. Here we have basic infantry stuff, motorized, support companies, armor, artillery, naval. This is just like standard Hoi 4 as of by blood alone. Here we have air, there's engineering, industry, and that is everything in the tech tree really. And let's go over every country in the world now and just see the geopolitical situation. And we'll start in North America, and here we have the Dominion of Canada. They lead a faction called the Entente, and below them there is of course the USA, the United States of America. We have Mexico, Cuba, Guatemala, who's guaranteed by the USA. So the Monroe Doctrine is in effect. It looks like we have Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and let's just cover the Caribbean. Here there is the West Indies Federation, and they are a subject of the Dominion of Canada, and they are part of the Entente. There is Haiti. They have a deal with the USA, military access there. Well, the USA has military access in both Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And going further south now into, well, South America, there is Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Brazil, Peru, Bolivia. Oh, Brazil has some kind of deal going on with Uruguay. There's Paraguay, Bolivia, Chile, who's in a faction with... They're in a faction with the Patagonian Workers Front, who's in, like, say, southern Argentina, and that faction is called the Southern Syndicalist Alliance. There's Argentina, here's Uruguay, and that's all of South America, I think. And let's throw ourselves across the Atlantic and check out Africa. Here there is Morocco, and they are a subject of the German Empire, and thus they are a member of the Reichspakt. There is the French Republic. They're part of the Entente. Their capital is in Algiers, and they're exiled from France, much like how the Dominion of Canada and its monarch is exiled from Britain, effectively, in a political sense. Then we have the Ottomans in parts of Tripolitania. There's the Emirate of Cyrenaica. In that area, they're a subject of the Ottomans. Here's the Sultanate of Egypt, and going to the south, we have Ethiopia, Somalia, Middle Africa, which is a German subject. There's Liberia, and Middle Africa just dominates a lot of Africa in general, especially the Congo. There's Portugal and Mozambique and Angola. And then we have the Union of South Africa, and they are part of the Entente. Going to Australia now, we have the Australasian Confederation. They control Australia, New Zealand, and part of Papua New Guinea. North of them is German East Asia, who's a subject of the Germans. We have the Dutch East Indies, who is a subject of the Dutch. Not surprising given their whole name. Here's the Philippines, subject of the USA. There's the Kingdom of Siam. We're in Southeast Asia now. Here's German East Asia again, who is in Indochina and just, I guess, Malaya as well, and Singapore and all of those regions. Then we have China, which is broken up into different warlord states, I guess. We have Liangguang, probably going to mispronounce a few places here. We have Yunnan, who is a subject of the Qing government, and Liangguang is a subject, then an associated governorate of the League of Eight Provinces. Here's Hunan, here's Sichuan. I'm not going to list off all their puppet statuses, but it seems like China is mostly divided effectively between the Qing government and the League of Eight Provinces. And here's Hunan again, Qing government. They have a lot of subjects. And speaking of subjects, the League of Eight Provinces only has 2. So it looks like the Qing government has most of the cards in China. There is Shandong. We have the legation cities on the coast of eastern China, and they are guaranteed by a lot of different states. I'll just say that. We have German East Asia also controlling a few cities in eastern China, such as Qingdao and Weihaiwei. Probably not the right way you say that, but they're there. There's Shanxi, Saibei Sanma, Xinjiang, the Kumal Khanate, and Mongolia. Mongolia is independent, and they're guaranteed by the Russian Republic. Meanwhile, in Manchuria, there is the Fangtian government, and they are kind of backed by Japan, it looks like. And the Empire of Japan exists, and they lead a faction called the Co-Prosperity Spear. And in 1936, at the start of 1936, it's just them, but they are guaranteeing Transamere and the legation cities, and they have military access deals with those 2 states as well as the Fangtian government. Moving more towards Central Asia, there is the Alash Autonomy. They're a puppet of Russia. There's the Turkestan Republic, Bukhara, and Khiva. And going more into the Indian subcontinent and the Himalayas. Well, first Himalayas, we have Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan, and in India, well, the Indian subcontinent, there is the Bharatiya Commune, who's very powerful, the Dominion of India, who's part of the Entente, with Canada and the French Republic. well, Desert France, as people may call it. Princely Federation is to the south of the Baratai Commune, and we can't forget about the Republic of Burma. And going more into the Middle East, we have Afghanistan, Persia, the Ottoman Empire, and they have a lot of subjects, and they are Jabal Shammar in Arabia. Then we have Najd and Hassa, there's Muscat, and Yemen as well. I can't forget, I gotta mention this one place here, the Mustafaret of Jerusalem. They control Jerusalem and Tel Aviv and places like that, and they're guaranteed by a number of different countries. And in the Caucasus, we have Azerbaijan and Georgia, and they're both guaranteed by the German Empire, who also has military access with them, it looks like. And is that all the subjects of the Ottoman Empire? I believe it is. Yes, I already listed off. Yeah, that's everything. And let's move into Europe now. And we have the massive Russian Republic, of course, and they are just doing whatever. They have the Alash Autonomy as their autonomous puppet. Meanwhile, in Scandinavia, there is the Kingdom of Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. They're all here, and Denmark has Iceland as a subject, and Denmark controls Greenland, of course. Then getting more into the German sphere of influence in Europe, as you could call it, there is the United Baltic Duchy. They're part of the Reichspakt. Kingdom of Lithuania, Reichspakt member. White Ruthenia, part of the Reichspakt. Kingdom of Ukraine, part of the Reichspakt. Poland, part of the Reichspakt. And let's go more into Austria's domain now. And here there is Galicia and Lodomeria, subject of the Austrians. Hungary, subject of the Austrians. Illyria, subject of the Austrians. Bohemia, and they're a subject of the Austrians. And of course, we have the Austrian Empire, and they lead the Austro-Hungarian monarchy faction. Meanwhile, in the Balkans, we have places such as Romania, Big Bulgaria, Serbia, Albania, and Greece. Then in Italy, which is divided, we have Switzerland. Well, that's not really in Italy, but they're in the Alps. We have the Italian Republic, the Socialist Republic of Italy, and the Italian Republic they're a autonomous puppet of the Austrian Empire. But moving south of the Socialist Republic of Italy, there is the Papal State, and they are a puppet of the Two Sicilies. And then on Sardinia, we have the Kingdom of, we just have Sardinia, and they are a member of the Entente. That's the situation in Italy. Then in Western Europe, we got the German Empire, the Netherlands, Flanders Wallonia, the Commune of France, the Kingdom of Spain, Portugal, Ireland, and we have the Union of Britain. And I believe that is every country in the world in this mod. And this has been Kaiserreich. What do you think of the mod? Tell me in the comments section below. And after you do that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications.